Hey everybody. No, really, I'm fine. I'm annoyed right now because I've tried filming this vlog like 4 times, and hopefully it'll work this time. Yeah, so yeah, yesterday I tried to film it and I got a Skype call, forgot to turn off my sound in the middle, and tonight I tried filming it once, I just hated it. Second time, things were going out of order. Third time, tonight, I filmed it and it was 10 minutes and 22 seconds, so 22 seconds too long for YouTube. So hopefully I'm going to make this one shorter, and I'll cut some corners to make it in time. So anyway, the past couple of days here I haven't vlogged for a while. I've been really, really busy, and then after that really, really lazy. So I thought I would finally get a chance to tell you about what I've been doing the past couple of days. For the most part, I've had so many different little experiences and thought, hey, that'd be a cool bloggable moment. But then I realized that it's only something that would probably be interesting for about 30 seconds. So I haven't blogged about any of them, and I think I forgot half of them, and I might mention some of them here, so hopefully I will. Anyway, so coming to Brasilia, I knew 2 people here, or 1 person here, and Ariel's roommate, Livia, is from Brasilia, and she was nice enough to talk to some of her friends who are involved with organizing here around gay and lesbian issues to see if they could help me. And her friend Alessandra has been great. She went way out of her way to help me, and since then, most of what I've been doing this week, and the title of this vlog is I'm practically a lesbian now, because I've been hanging out with the lesbian and bisexual women so much. I think I'm a part of them now. They're awesome. And anyway, so what have I been doing? I'll give you a brief little rundown of my happenings over the past couple days, and I'm going to keep it short this time. So Wednesday I went to meet up with Alessandra, and we met up at a coffee place just to kind of chat, and we talked mostly in a combination of English, Spanish, and had a couple beers. She explained how the buses work to me, and she just kind of asked me what I really wanted to do here. And while we were sitting there talking, she went through and just started calling people, and she even set up my first interview for the following night on Thursday, so that was cool. And as we were sitting there, more and more people kept showing up. 3 different people showed up. 2 different people showed up. And it was cool because I didn't know anybody was showing up. I thought we were just meeting. And I got to meet a few more people. And the reason why I think this is funny is because it's been happening a lot this week with Alessandra. She's been amazing. But she hasn't always told me exactly what we're doing as we're doing it. Or I haven't understood exactly what we're doing. One of the 2. So in no way has it been irritating. It's only been full of surprises all the time. Like we're just sitting there talking, and all of a sudden people start showing up, and we're hanging out with a big group of people. And that was happening a lot that week. So Thursday, anyway, the next day she comes to pick me up for the interview, and I get in the car, and she's like, "We're not going to the interview right now. We're going to go to a protest at the university." So I'm like, "Okay, we're going to a protest at the university." So a couple blocks along, I just kind of casually ask her, "Does the person I'm interviewing know I'm coming late?" She's like, "Oh yeah, that's fine." I'm like, "Oh, cool, that's great." So we got to the university at University of Brasilia, and there was a protest. 120 students took over the administration building in protest of an administrator who I guess embezzled all this money. So when we got there, I was a little bit nervous. Not too nervous about going to a protest, but just a little cautious, as I should be. And as we go up, I see the lights in the building are off, and I guess the administration cut off the power and the water to the building. And there were a couple hundred people protesting with a loudspeaker outside. And I didn't know how long we were staying really, but we just dropped off some sleeping bags and dropped off a person, and then we picked up a person also to go with us to the interview. So anyway, we got in the car, drove to the other side of the town for the interview. I thought it might be at the office of the organization, and instead it was at a nice little restaurant or a cafe outside, a little place I could drink coffee or wine or eat. And it was really, really cute, and as we got there, the place was filled with like tables and tables of lesbians, which was pretty cool. And Alessandra introduced me to Jajandra. She's the communications coordinator for the League of Brazilian Lesbians. And we sat down, had a good conversation for about 45 minutes. But then after the interview, more people joined the table, and we just sat around drinking some wine and beer and getting to know each other. It was really, really cool. And that's where my first night where I really started to feel like I was part of the lesbians and bisexual women. I always got to add the bisexual women because not all of them are lesbians. And yeah, it was really cool. There was a lot of them there. Alessandra wanted to introduce me to another group, but they wouldn't talk to me because they thought I might be a spy for Bush. So couldn't talk to them. It was sad. Anyway, that was Thursday. Friday, she comes to pick me up because we were going to go hang out, and it was great. She walks in the door and she was like, "Okay, Sean, I was being productive today. I made your schedule for the month." And she set up all these interviews for me, which is amazing. She's better than a personal assistant. She's amazing. And we went out to go just drink some coffee or have some beers. And we also went out with two Angolans who are journalists, and she's kind of showing them around the city, and so I got to know them. It was pretty cool. And we went downstairs and we went to a book reading of Martin Luther King, because it was also the 40th anniversary of his death. And I thought that was pretty cool. And the discussion afterwards actually talked a lot about the United States. And the part they talked about the most was Barack Obama, and about how they thought it was really exciting that he was had a good chance to be president, and it was showing good things about the United States today since his death. So I thought that was pretty cool, pretty interesting, and something to think about, that in a basement in Brasilia I'm talking about Barack Obama. Well, actually I wasn't, I didn't understand a damn thing, but they were. So the weekend came around. I mostly just laid around, didn't do very much, as I was exhausted from both traveling to Brasilia and working and going out nonstop and meeting people. So just kind of laid around, went out for a couple beers Saturday night. Sunday I went to Subway, and as I was walking back, just one little quick short story, I was walking through this area with trees, and all of a sudden I see a bird flying from me. It just kind of caught me off guard. And then I kind of look up to where it went, and I look up above me, and in the trees I see, it wasn't a bird, it had webbed wings, and there were probably around 15 bats up above me flying around, and I ran like this as fast as I could. So kind of scary, but I'm all safe, I'm all good, and have a full interview scheduled ahead of me for the next couple days. Until next time, hopefully I made it in 10 minutes. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.